Hello, the Pioneer viewers. The news we'll share with you today could be a major turning point in the course of the war. Since the first days of the war, clashes have been increasing both on the front lines and at strategic points. Especially recently, there's been a significant intensification in both ground and air operations. However, today's news points to a development that could cause a serious shake-up, not only in the military, but also in the psychological dimension of the war. It's been revealed that one of Russia's defense systems, which has long been considered secure, has a major vulnerability. According to the information we've received, one of Russia's most important military bases was subjected to a major air attack. The target of this attack was the country's strategic fighter jets. The base, which plays a central role in Russia's military planning, was heavily damaged by the attack, despite being surrounded by the most advanced air defense systems. The targeting of this long-assumed secure location hasn't only dealt a blow to the strength of the Russian military, but also appears to have severely shaken Russia's perception of its internal security. Reports indicate a large number of fighter jets based at this strategic facility have been severely damaged and some have been completely destroyed. This could lead to a significant weakening of the Russian military's air superiority in the later stages of the war. What's the significance of this attack? How could such an operation change the current balance of the war? At this point, it's worth noting that the targeting of this base, which is seen as one of Russia's strongest defense bastions, is not only a military operation, but also a development that will have a profound impact on Russian morale and motivation. Moreover, this may also raise questions about Russia's air defense capabilities intentionally. So, what is the latest situation? Let's take a look together. Before we get into our report, a quick reminder. The Pioneer team is definitely 100% real. None of my team members or me are artificial intelligence. There's no doubt that AI is extremely advanced, but still not as good as us. By the way, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. I also read all the comments you leave on our videos. Please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comment section. Tell us what content you'd like to see on the Pioneer channel. And now let us begin if you're ready. The Pioneer reports Ukraine's strategic successes in the war are becoming more and more evident every day. In particular, it continues to target Russia's hinterland with long-range strikes, dealing major blows both militarily and psychologically. One of the latest developments was a large-scale operation carried out by Ukraine at midnight, targeting the Borysaglebsk airport in the Voronezh region, one of Russia's most strategic military points. According to Ukraine's security service, the SBU, this was one of the largest operations ever carried out against this airfield, which houses Russia's most vulnerable and valuable air assets. In particular, the effects of Kyiv's attack against Russia's high-value aerial bombs and strategic fighter jets could have a significant impact on the course of the war. According to the SBU, the storage areas for CAB precision-guided aerial bombs at the Borysaglebsk airfield were among the main areas targeted by Ukraine. These bombs are among the weapons frequently used by Russia in its devastating attacks on Ukrainian citizens throughout the war. If Ukraine successfully destroyed these storage sites, it could lead to a major reduction in Russia's airstrike capabilities. The attack also reportedly targeted Su-34 and Su-35 fighter jets, the backbone of the Russian Air Force. The loss of these aircrafts could change the balance on the battlefield, by weakening Russia's air superiority. While the full consequences of the attack are not yet known, reports based on satellite imagery indicate that 4 large fires broke out at the Borysaglebsk airport, according to data from NASA's Fire Information System for Resource Management. These fires have occurred several times around the airport in the last 24 hours, demonstrating the seriousness of the attack. The fires caused widespread damage, and Russian defense appears to have been inadequate to counter the attack. Although Russian officials have tried to minimize the impact of the attack, it's clear that this Ukrainian operation on a strategic military point has dealt a significant blow to Moscow. Voronezh's regional governor, Alexander Gusev, made his first official statement against the attack on Telegram. Gusev has claimed that about 30 Ukrainian drones were shot down or neutralized by electronic warfare systems. However, the results of the attack cast doubt on the authenticity of Gusev's statements. The widespread fires and serious damage in the area suggest Ukraine has succeeded in this operation. Russia's defense systems are once again proving insufficient and ineffective against Ukraine's advanced attacks. According to the Ukrainian Security Service, the main objective of this operation was to disable Russian warplanes equipped with cab-guided bombs, a Ukrainian official has said. Ukrainian intelligence continues to take active measures to reduce Russia's ability to terrorize Ukrainian cities with these bombs. This statement shows Ukraine intends to respond not only to military targets, but also to Russian terrorist attacks against Ukraine. Through such operations, Kyiv aims to weaken Russia's military capabilities and further limit its attacks. This operation also shows how Ukraine is developing its strategic offensive capabilities. Ukraine is becoming more successful in using long-range drones to penetrate Russia's defenses and reach important military targets. Such attacks show how determined Ukraine is in the war and how unprepared Moscow is to counter these threats. Ukraine's operations, which threatened internal security, target both Russia's military infrastructure and its psychological resilience. These attacks on Russia's military airfields threaten not only the functionality of military facilities, but also Russia's internal security. There's growing fear among the Russian population and military personnel that even the country's territory is not safe. Ukrainian sources say that such attacks will continue and Russia's internal security will be increasingly called into question. As one Ukrainian official has said, the disarmament of Russian military airfields will continue because the enemy should not feel comfortable even on its own territory. In conclusion, this attack on the Borysaglebsk airport demonstrates the strategic advantage Ukraine has gained in the war. It not only damages Russia's military infrastructure, but also exposes Moscow's security vulnerabilities. This attack, which dealt a serious blow to Russia's air superiority, shows Ukraine is growing stronger not only in defense but also in offense. In the later stages of the war, such strategic moves are expected to further damage Russia's military capabilities and turn the tide of the war in favor of Kyiv. Putin is in a very difficult situation. What do you think? Do you think Russian Air Force losses will increase? What do you think about the Ukrainian army's destruction of Russian strategic targets? Will the destruction of these targets have different effects? Let me know in the comments. I read and care about your opinions.